At his Full Circle Justice League event, Zack Snyder was asked about the rising role of AI in the film industry, a topic that has only gained more attention in light of the ongoing WGA writer strike. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Justice League's Zack Snyder commented on the use of AI in film, and discussing AI at his Full Circle event, Zack Snyder addressed other filmmakers, pointing out what AI doesn't have the ability to do on screen. Not only did the former DCU director acknowledge the problems with AI in film, but also what this technology can't do. You have your experience. You walk around the world, you see things, you feel things. And when you make a movie, it goes through you and onto the screen. I as a human being want that. I want your touch, your personality, your way of seeing on screen, so I can have an empathetic human experience by what you put on screen. I think that is the way I try to think about the way I photograph things. Snyder shared a lesson from one of his teachers who said, "All that matters is your point of view." Unguided artificial intelligence, meanwhile, is a collective of everyone's point of view. I would say to any filmmakers out there, whether it's a movie or a painting or a photograph, whatever you're doing, you are also a prism for the thing. AI doesn't have the ability. As a viewer, I want this prism between me and the reality that the filmmaker puts up. The director went on to explain how filmmakers experience the world goes through you and onto the screen, showcasing their personality. Your way of seeing, the very thing we would say like, "Oh, look at the personality of this piece," would be the thing that AI would say like, "God d*** in it," like, "if ****** up." I had a teacher here at Art Center. This guy named Paul Jasmine. Amazing photographer. He said it doesn't matter, the camera, none of it matters. Like the quality of the camera. All that matters is your point of view. That's it. That's all you have as a filmmaker and as an artist is the way you see. No one can know the way you see. The only way to get into your head and see how you see is for you to make something that allows me to sort of experience that in some small way. That's the job of you filmmakers. Let me see through your eyes. At the same event, where AI was again being discussed, the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice director responded to the point that of AI art is too perfect, saying, "As the Justice League director was told by his teacher, cameras and tech don't matter. The job of filmmakers is to let audiences see through your eyes." If anything good comes from the threat of AI, perhaps it will be less spectacle and formulaic storytelling in exchange for original films from filmmakers with signature voices and styles, such as James Gunn, James Mangold, and, yes, Zack Snyder. The fear is that this technology can do the job of writers, photographers, visual effects artists, directors, and, at times, even actors. While the threat of AI appears to be with the industry for the long haul, Zack Snyder's comments aren't only encouraging but also words of advice. AI can't create a human being's unique voice and personality, nor can it generate what's inside an artist's mind that's been shaped by personal experiences. Ahead of his upcoming Snyderverse convention, Zack Snyder unveiled a new poster based on his DC movies. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Before SnyderCon hits Pasadena in just about 2 weeks, former DCU director Zack Snyder shared on Twitter a poster for the event, drawn by Jim Lee, featuring his Justice League roster in all its glory. With SnyderCon, the aptly named convention regarding Zack Snyder's DCU universe, just a couple of weeks away, the director raised the hype for the event with a brand new poster. With the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League and a promising post-credits scene in Black Adam, fans have been vying for a continuation of the Snyder-envisioned DC cinematic universe. However, with the hiring of James Gunn and Peter Safran to head the new, mostly rebooted DC universe, much of that hope was shattered, despite a campaign to sell the Snyderverse to Netflix buzzing around internet circles. Even though his films seem to be over, however, Snyder is hosting a SnyderCon event on April 28th to 30th in Pasadena, California, celebrating his films and the universe before fans say goodbye for what might be ever. With art by Jim Lee, the poster sports The Flash, Wonder Woman, Superman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Batman. In the center of the characters is the face of Darkseid, ominous as ever. The bottom of the poster sees a JL logo, along with the title Zack Snyder's Justice League. Above the black and white drawn characters are various symbols, and the word Equitas, a Latin word fittingly speaking to justice and equity. Sales of t-shirts with the poster design, according to Snyder's tweet, will be going toward the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. A powerful goodbye to the DCU. The SnyderCon event ultimately is unlikely to host major announcements of future developments for what is confirmed to be a defunct cinematic universe. However, if the art in the poster is anything to go by, the event will not be given the short end of any stick because of it. Just because there is not more to come does not mean love and care will not be given to the event, and to the fans attending and supporting the films it inspired. Beyond that, the event is supporting an important cause in the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, an act anyone, regardless of their feelings toward the movies the convention is focusing on, could get behind. SnyderCon will take place in Pasadena, California from April 28th to 30th. Before seeing The Flash in theaters, former DC director/producer Zack Snyder gave his thoughts on the DCU's latest movie. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Zack Snyder hasn't seen The Flash yet, but he's ready to enjoy what DC has in store. Speaking with Matt Soups Ramos at Netflix's Tudum fan event in Brazil, Zack and Deborah Snyder shared their feelings on the recent theatrical release for The Flash. While the married filmmaking couple haven't seen the film yet, they plan to get a viewing in once Tudum comes to an end. Snyder expressed that he's super excited to see the movie, confirming his love for star Ezra Miller as the Flash takes the spotlight in his own solo movie. Zack Snyder first brought Ezra Miller into the DC spotlight as the Flash for a quick role in 2016's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice before teaming up for both versions of Justice League in 2017 and 2021. Miller's solo The Flash movie will now be one of the final films to debut in this era of DC storytelling, with Snyder having already moved on to his own work while DC Studios plans its highly anticipated reboot under James Gunn and Peter Safran. Zack Snyder is already pretty well removed from the greater DC universe, with James Gunn and Peter Safran already hard at work developing their new slate of movies in Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, with new directors and filmmakers. And after The Flash had an absolutely dismal opening weekend at the box office, Miller's future playing the character doesn't appear to be too bright either, especially considering the intense hype that surrounded the movie. Zack: we haven't seen it yet. Deborah: we traveled here. Zack: we're gonna see it next weekend, so, super excited. Ezra: I love them, and I've been texting with them, and I'm just excited to see it. Snyder has also been in the spotlight recently thanks to the 10th anniversary of Man of Steel's debut, as the director recently celebrated that milestone with an image of Henry Cavill's Superman. The controversy surrounding the leading actor doesn't help their case for continuing with the role either, with many looking for better results on and off camera with Gunn and Safran's upcoming reboot. And even with a script already written for a possible sequel should it be greenlit, the chances of that actually coming to fruition are dwindling away quickly. The Flash is now playing in theaters worldwide.